James and Justin here, your favorite spiritual analysts on all things culturally relevant, and today we're going to be looking at this music video titled Iconic by Mistake, which is done by 3 groups. Now, 2 of them are K-pop groups, and the other one, the internet told me, was kind of like a Western girl group or something like that. So it's a mix of all these groups.
Good old-fashioned collab.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll keep you guys waiting. Let's get into it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
On my tombstone, I celebrate the fame and I barely change. Hurt it harder. Here, hurt is like a verb, come kill you where it hurts. Imagination got me going by. Lots of simulation got me in a spot. 24/7, more like 25, ayy. Honestly, are you okay? Hey, and me, it's like all you do. Breakfast to dinner. I go with the molly, breaking your fingers. Thank you for the comments, it's because of all you hate. I am iconic by mistake. I am iconic by mistake.
Alright, so prior to getting in this, I like to ask the internet what are some of the major themes of these videos, and I think the big one for this was that it has to do with like a clap back at the haters. Like all the groups have faced, some controversy and people have been angry and said stuff, and this is supposed to,
Yeah, if you're ever getting upset, just don't read the like if it's already getting too much.
That's what they say.
Maybe
don't read the comments.
Maybe don't read them if it's starting to bother you or it's, or do, or do and gain some insight as to what might be going wrong if you're confused.
We know what that's like here. Sometimes we try to be as honest and authentic about our reactions as possible. And sometimes it means saying, well, I'm not really into this type of a thing. And then people instantly just like, ugh, even if you're just like, just being honest about it, with all the art reactions that we do, like stuff like this, it should be like said out front. Like, I appreciate the artistic take, even if I'm not into it, even if it's not my thing. I appreciate the fact that someone's putting themselves out there. They're doing their work. They're expressing themselves artistically and whatever, even if it's not my thing. It'd be weird if everyone was into the exact same art piece.
I don't know. Everybody seems to be into breathing and being alive and eating. But I'm saying, like, you have a choice. You always have a choice as to be like sort of pessimistic and judgy or like kind of try to appreciate something. Yeah. The choice is always there for anything and everything, really. So looking at this, I'm iconic by mistake. Yeah, there's like, you're right. If you get wrapped into some like traumatic conditioning type of thing, all of a sudden I got to be super careful of every word I say because somebody's out there always that could like judge what you're saying, how you're saying, always. Yeah. But somebody's out there that like surprisingly supportive, always. Yeah. I'm looking at this. I don't know anything about it. The music is clearly designed to like, optimize, sounding good in some way, and everybody's comes dressed their best, looking as good as they can, because they probably want fans or people to like it. So that's how this is designed. I'm a little older, and the whole vibe was different when I was a kid. When I first started becoming aware as a kid, it was like glam rock and Guns N' Roses, and, the burgeoning beginnings of like boy bands and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is just so much longer later, and I'm like, yeah, they still got the formula. They still know how to make you like it. But the term iconic by mistake, what is that communicating? By mistake, I'm iconic. What is it saying? Like, and you see a little bit of my own thing kicking in. It reminds me a little bit of years ago, there seemed to be like, there's like identity trends. Like all of a sudden you'll notice everybody from California talking away or everybody talking away. You know what I mean? That if you're young and you're trying to be relevant or whatever, you might adopt some of these things. And there's like a psychology sometimes that comes up. I know this is whatever. This is what I do. I'm boring sometimes. But it seemed like years ago, I was like, what's this thing where there's like an identity of like, I'm distracted, stupid, and I'm getting away with it. And I'm like, it's actually working for me how like ignorant and stupid I am. I'm not saying that's what this is, but I'm saying sometimes it's almost like there are things that are meant to like poke the bear. Like people resonate with a like an attitude of some sort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to friggin' anybody?
For sure. Especially, it will catch people's eye if it's something out of the ordinary. That is like, it seems to be like the constant process. Something becomes very popular, then everybody incorporates it, and then someone sticks out, you know.
But you don't have to think of things that way. You don't have to get that deep like I just did. I'm only get like that because I look around and I go, what's going on? I don't always understand why something hits or why something didn't work out or why something did work out.
Yeah.
Throughout my life, I've said things that I thought were the ridiculous thing to say. Like, I'm just going to say this because it's so stupid. And then everybody's like, yeah. No, I agree. I'm like, that's what that people truly do think. You know what I mean? Not always. And I'm not trying to criticize people, but do people really reflect on why would you want to be iconic by mistake? You know what I mean? Why would you want to be anything? Like some people, like they put even fame above how they feel. Well, what's important is you think of me a way.
Yeah.
What's important is I have control of how you perceive me. That's odd because you're kind of ignoring how you actually feel in that state.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Well, we continue.
But I'm not saying that's what this is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to get into the music. And
Never up duty, taking the beating. I keep on cheesing, looks so deceiving. Act like you knew me, hold me flapping your lips, forming. I just keep on going, too beautiful to be broken. Your imagination got me going back down. 24/7, more like 25/8. Honestly, are you okay? Hating me, it's like all you do. Breakfast to tonight. With a bulletproof, I'm breaking your fingers. Thank you for the comments, it's because of all your hate. I am iconic by mistake. I am iconic by mistake. Just try.
I feel like we have to like comment on that sign for some reason. That
What did it say?
It said cleanliness is next to godliness on there, and then the cop clipped it, and the God portion came off and hit the girl. You know, maybe that's like a saying something about purity culture, kind of. You know,
or
it's
karma.
not even being
I don't
subtle.
know.
It's kind of being like right out there in your face. You know, because like purity culture for a long time. This video comes off as like it's trying to show rebelliousness a bit. Like it's trying, they were a little profane in the cemetery when she was like kissing stuff. And then, it just seems kind of like, I don't care what you think of. I don't care what you think of what I'm doing. I'm going to do it anyway.
First of all,
Type of
the imagery, the music I'm not into, but I'm old, so calm down. You know what I
Don't
mean?
say that old thing. Someone will be like, I'm 100 and I love
Yeah, fine, whatever. You can be whatever. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
yet again, not my cup of tea, but the beat is enough that you could go like this too. Deal
Yeah.
with it. It's a paradox.
Yeah.
But I value some of the imagery. I like a grill. Grills look cool to me, and that grill part was cool looking. The imagery is well done and crafted and cool, and you know.
Yeah.
But there is very much an attitude of like you can't. You know, I like that I have haters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
like that I value because it's attention for me. Now, this is a real thing. I don't want to get to. We can clip this out, but there is a thing that can save you if you're young and the world is harsh and you're getting kind of messed with.
Yeah.
And you've alluded to this before, that sometimes if you become aloof, like somebody that's beyond, you can't affect me. Like I'm, you know what I mean? Your bullying doesn't hurt me.
Mm.
That works as like a survival mechanism, but careful of not letting that set in too deep, because all that pretension, all that like pretending you're beyond it is just a mask. It does not reflect the inner world at the end of the day. It's like you could do that till the cows come home and be like, look at the smile on my face. I am rich, and that won't save you.
Yeah.
But people, like, I'm not trying to be a party pooper. People are going, well, what else is there then? You know what I mean? Well, come on. We live in that world, and I'm saying there is something else. But that's for a different video. This is a pop culture video.
Yeah.
But I'm saying careful not to get too into the idea that at the end of the day, it's all about who dies with the most stuff, or all about fame or acceptance or beauty or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it just won't save you in the wee hours. You know what I mean? You're still going to have to confront your own soul eventually. And aren't we trying to get along, not make each other angry? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you rather? Just an endless trying to make everybody angry, and somebody possessed by the devil might be like, no, I love this world and I just want to live in a world of competition and making other people angry. I would suggest that you're not literally possessed by the devil, but possessed by ideas. Like somebody put that in your head and you can't shake it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I live in the world of what other people think instead of inhabiting your own body.
Mm. All right, well, we'll finish this out and we'll see you guys at the end.
Stay me, just a little crazy. Now I am iconic from how much you fucking hate me. I'm like 360, the man in 50. Do this for the dream, nah, just for the gold. Hey, but the bag is nice though. Hey, and I'm so grateful. Wait, I'm getting kind of spiritual. In the hell and back, let them judge me. Crucible. Your imagination got me calling fireball. Life's a simulation, got me in a spiral. 24, something like 25. Honestly, are you okay? Your digital footprint is looking so insane. It's like all you do, breakfast to dinner. Algorithm bulletproof for breaking your fingers. Thank you for the comments, it's because of all your hate. I am iconic, my mistake.
It kind of, at the end there, reminded me that, like, of that, what's that saying? It's like, any press is good press, even if it's bad, or whatever like that.
And by the way, when I was in high school, Eminem was big, and his lyrical content was like, F everything. I'm insane. I'm crazy. Like, I don't really know why, you know, some of the stuff that rises to like the top of like stuff that's just casually playing in someone's car when you get in or at a club or whatever. But it often seems to be like a celebration of like maybe I don't need to say everything I said earlier. And people are like, it's not that serious, man. Nobody's taking it that serious. Yeah. But I feel like it can have an effect if you believe something that's meant for like a temporary. Maybe people like this stuff because it expresses what you can't just walk around saying. You know, imagine that was your real character. I hope you hate me. You know what I mean? You'd be like, all right. See ya. Maybe people like it because it kind of speaks. It's a criticism. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm so out of the loop that I'm missing that this is a big joke about that. Yeah. You know? And then, of course, there's the music side of it. Like, they all got nice voices. Yeah. And like I said, everybody's bringing their A game when it comes to, like, aesthetics. You know, everybody's trying to, like, look really great. Not what I'm into. Like, and this will get a little weird. I say I appreciate the effort it takes me effort to not be fat. A fat old man. It takes me effort. I gotta do a lot of work to not be fat and resist eating. And they're all skinny and beautiful. But in real life, man, like I like weight. I think weight is pretty looking. If that's what the culture agrees with, it's besides the point. Yeah. I'm not saying I like unhealthiness. I'm not saying I'm into like somebody that's neglecting themselves and becoming visibly unhealthy. Yeah. You know, and again, that's a struggle. In consideration of those around you, it's good to be bring your A game and try to be healthy and do all those things. But that's pretty extreme. Like they look like they live at the gym and you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm saying you can have some weight on you and still be appealing. Yeah. I'm just the weirdo admitting it. I'm sure there are other handsomer guys that you'd want to say that. You know what I mean? That they actually like a little bit of healthy weight on a person.
Yeah.
This is awkward because I'm essentially objectifying them.
Yeah.
What can you chime in to save me?
I just want I will chime in and say I thought the music video was creative. I thought they did a good job. If I hadn't heard 10 million pop songs before this one, I would jump probably on it and be in my car, enjoying it. But I'm popped out personally. Like I'm just. But it is interesting to see the messages and the subtle cues being expressed in modern day culture.
Yeah.
What messages still resound today, and what is there?
But what about the
still trying to be
superficial? Like I was
pushed out?
essentially.
They all look young and beautiful,
Yeah, but I was like unking out. I was like being an old boomer unk by essentially saying, don't kill yourself to try to be beautiful. That's their whole career. And at the end of the day, man, big can be beautiful, and so can thin, and so can everything.
Yeah.
Really. So just enjoy it. Just have fun, but maybe don't take that message too seriously about living to make other people hate and accidentally becoming iconic because of it. If you want to live a peaceful life.
All right, we'll end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone till next time. Stay spiritual.